All right, folks, welcome back. Here we are at the friendship game. This is the toilet bowl matchup between Sanford Fargo Black and M1 15-3. Folks, I'm doing a different, setup here. I'm just gonna try things out, see how it goes. Hopefully the camera doesn't bounce too much, but it's gonna bounce a little bit. M1 on your far side there. Hopefully we can see well. And Fargo to serve. Coach Redding, and the line judge gives us the go-ahead. Just below us here, out of your frame. She's using every last inch of that court. Running jump serve, it's a good one. Back to Madeline Hendrickson. Hendrickson misplays that ball, and Fargo takes a 1-0 lead. Fargo again to the back court. Hey, Laura, come here. Ball sent over. Here's Bechtel over to Carter. Hendrickson tips us over. Played up here by Fargo. Sent over. Watson with a great dig there. I want you to work the camera. Hold here and then you set that down. Sent over, dig by Bechtel and Watson. Sent up by Fargo, back to Bechtel. So set over to Carter. This to Hendrickson, soft set from the far side, out of bounds. Fargo plays it up again and over. Right in front of Signy Carter. You got to go up and down with this, okay? You got to follow the game. You can't just. Okay. Yeah, you can do it. If you don't, come on. Service by Fargo. It's back to Hendrickson. She'll bump up. Carter back to Hendrickson. She drills one. Fargo sets. Soft set coming over. Here's Watson. Over to Carter. Long set. Hendrickson drills it to the back line of Fargo. They'll set. That ball up and out. So if the ball goes up high, you got to catch it. You know what I mean? You got to follow the ball. Just follow the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura Hendrickson on the camera today. We'll see how she does. Service here by Fargo. Sent forth. Carter. Hendrickson soft set over. Fargo steadies it, soft set, hit coming, Bechtel to Hendrickson, she sets back to Bechtel, and unfortunately, that one off the mark. You got to keep the score too, so you got score now 5-0 Fargo force, or Fargo, so you got to do that in between each, in the left hand here, right hand here. All right, folks. All right, folks. We'll see if Laura Hendrickson has what it takes.
I don't.
She says she doesn't. We'll see. Timeout.
Go, Sanford! Fight for it!
All right. Served by Fargo's out of your frame in the lower right. Hit by Madeline Hendrickson. That's blocked or into the net. Forrest, you know what? I'll just do it. Forrest serves. It's Watson over to Carter. Back to Bechtel. She'll send this bump over. Fargo sets. Soft set over Watson. Carter by with a drive, and that one's long and out. 7-0 your score for the Friendship. First set of the Friendship game. Go down, get him. Service here by Fargo. It's back to Bechtel. She'll set that one. Maybe should have tried to bump there. That one sent errant. Fargo still with service. 8-0 your score. Carter to Henriksen. She drives that to the back line of Fargo. Fargo hit coming. Carter. Bechtel. By with the left-handed strike. Sent up to the line there. Nice block by and By and Elliott both had a nice block there. Now 9-0. A true shellacking. Oh, it's got to be highlighted. Service by Fargo. It goes back to Bechtel. Now it's Carter. By sends it over with a bump. It's set up by Fargo. Soft set coming over right in front of Bechtel. Fargo just finding a groove right now. It's 10-0. Early on out the first set. M1 maybe just not our day. Not our day today. Oh, sorry about that, folks. There we go, back to action. Here we go. Drive here. Henriksen, backwards bump. It's Fargo. They'll strike this one out of bounds. And with that, the M1 Wilds, the Laser Cats are on the board. It's 10-1. Laser Cats will serve. Sophia Schwant. Henriksen out, Schwant in. Schwant to the back line to serve. We have Schwant, Carter, Bechtel, Elliott, By, and Watson as our lineup. Strike by Fargo. It's back to Schwant. That to the top of the line. Fargo sends that one out of play. 2-0 or 10-2. Now your score. Schwant service. This one back to the back line. You're missing the ball. You got to follow the ball. Bechtel. Carter. Watson with a drive. Good drive by Watson to the backcourt here. This one over to By. Carter. Watson with another drive. And Fargo somehow able to handle that one. Whoa. Fargo walks away with that one, 11-2. Boy, that was a huge drive by Watson, and Fargo doing a nice job bringing that from the backcourt forward. One sent backwards bump by Signe Carter. Up towards Schwant to Bechtel. They can't bring it forward. It's 12-2. Here, I'll just. Watson drives this one back to Fargo. And backwards bump, hit. Back to Schwant by Bechtel with a backwards bump. That goes into Fargo's court. Sent forward in a dig by Carter is just a little bit late to the party. 13-2. Your score here in favor of Fargo. If this is off, they can't see the score. Bechtel. Carter to Watson. Watson with a big drive there. And a good hit by Fargo with a dig by Bechtel. That drive by Watson is just past the line. Out of bounds line on that left line, on the left side of your frame here. 14-2 your score. Fargo service. It's back to Watson. She'll settle. That one over the net and pounded down by Fargo, making it 15-2, an absolute clinic. After this set, we're going to try and bring you a different vantage point. I'm going to go mid-court try and show you something new. Carter to By with the drive, that to the back corner of Fargo's court. They'll bring a backward bump and bring it forward. Bechtel, Carter, and Elliott sends that past the baseline. It's 16-2. M1 with a barrage of unforced errors, really struggling here. We're just going to walk this over to the midline there after this, and I'll do it. You're in charge of the coffee cups. Sounds good.
Quit pinching my ball.
All righty. So, and with that timeout, we're back to action. It's 16-2. Fargo.
Your mom said, don't move. She likes where you are.
Fargo serves. This one. They're going to tell a touch by Reese Elliott there. That ball finding its way out of bounds, but Elliott just trying to get out of the way of the ball, actually. I think she knew it was going out. But they're going to say it just skimmed her. I don't know. Very close. 17-2. This one, Bechtel, settled right to the top of the net. Carter not able to play it at the net. That one falls in our court. It's 18-2. We really just need a reset after this. Service by Fargo. It's Carter. By sent that one over. Fargo sends a drive back to Schwandt. Schwandt dived for the dig, had a piece of it, sent it out of play. 19-2 your score. This drive back to Watson. She settles Carter. Backward set, way off the mark. This one sent over by By. And this bump out of play, and M1 gets another point, making it 19-3. What a play. What a play. Reese Elliott here to the back court to serve. Number 42 for Reese Elliott. Good serve by Elliott. This sent over, and it's Carter. Carter bumping that one over to Schwandt. Schwandt not able to play it. And it's 20-3. Just like that. Fargo, back line to serve. This one right over. It's Schwandt. Up to Carter. This one errant. And By sending it more errant. 21-3. Fargo. I'm not listening. Fargo, service. Watson. Out of play. M1 just can't really find any ground. Or just nothing's working right. We're waiting for the next set to begin. That's what's happening here. Watson. That one over the net. This one back up. Bechtel plays that ball right in front of Schwandt's face. Schwandt was in position to play the ball, and Bechtel just threw an arm out there. Just it's getting sloppy now here, folks. 23-3. (23-3) your score. You get those after this, okay? I don't care. It's just like we're going to do it at the midline. This is something different. Well, here we go. Score actually, I believe, should be 24-3. Scoring table really having a difficult day today. But I'm pretty sure it just is not going to matter one way or another. Alrighty. I don't know what this timeout could possibly be. but it's annoying. What could be so important that we need to talk about it for more than 5 minutes? I just don't know. In a 23-3 game, I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. Anyways. Okay, back to action. Fargo about to serve out of your frame. They serve. This one rolls right over. Now it's 24-3. Absolute clinic. That ball really indefensible. Fargo to the back line. Their serve. This is a good one back to Bechtel. She'll bring it to Carter. Backward set by. And by good drive by there. Fargo keeps it alive. Here's Roshis over to Carter. Nice tip set there by Maslow. Long set by Fargo. It's Carter back to By with a good drive. Fargo brings this forward. Bump gets it over. And Bechtel. Carter. Drive by Maslow. Maslow plays this back up. They're going to call a net violation, and that one's on Fargo, so 24-4 your score. M1 about to go on a 20-point rampage here. We'll be at set point for the next 20 points. Kinley Henderson with a good drive. I'm going to say that ball hit the ground, so that's good. Now we just need 19 in a row. Henderson from the back line. Running jump serve's a good one. Nice serve by Henderson. Backward set, hit. This to the back line. Henderson to Roshis. Now it's Watson with a good backwards bump, sending that over. Fargo puts this one into the net. 24-6 now. M1 only down by 18. Henderson. Her drive's down the line. Fargo plays it. This one, boy, they rip one over, and that's the game. The pain has ended in terms of the first set. We're going to move here to just a different vantage point, just to do something different. We got to try something different, just to get a different vantage point here. So we're going to walk around here, folks. Bear with me. We're going to walk around to a different vantage point over here. We're going to go right at the net by Signy's dad here. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Bam.
Are you going to stand right here?
Yeah, is that all right? No, you won't be in. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Let's see here. Yeah, I think this will be okay. We'll see. Does that look like it'll be all right? I think so. I think it'll be all right. Yeah. All right. Set number 2 about to go underway. 25-6, your score in the first set. So we're getting a lot of reports back in that everybody likes this vantage point better, so we'll keep it here just because that's what everybody wants, so excellent. Just something new. We got to try something new here. All right. These two teams having a go at it. We'll be underway shortly. Set number 2. This is the friendship game between Sanford Fargo Black and M1 15-3. I have no idea where Sanford Fargo Black here. They got one player that's not playing, which it makes a lot of sense to me, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes having a lot of people on the bench is not always a good thing, but.
Oh, I got you.
Racias, okay. Gotcha. Well, once again, sounds like a lot of people love this view much better than the other view. It's so great. We'll keep it here. We will keep it here. Kenley Henderson to start us off. Sent over. Fargo Forest. There's Bechtel with a dig. Back to Watson. Here's Henderson. Near stay with a good drive, and that one falls. 1-0 M1 early on out. Henderson to the backcourt. Service by Henderson's a good one. That one falls. 2-0 M1. Henderson again to the backcourt. Good serve by Henderson. This one brought forward. Back to Watson, excuse me. Not able to handle. 2-1. Fargo now on their back line to serve. Fargo serves. It's Henriksen. Over to Henderson. Now Maslow. Nice play by Maslow. Set up here by Fargo. They'll send it back to Bechtel. Henderson. Nice touch set finding its way over. Fargo plays this right at the line and a block by Maslow, but that falls down in our court. They're going to call a net violation on Fargo. And we'll go back to Madeline Henriksen was going to serve, and there she'll be switched out for Kenna Gracious. Service. It's a good one to the backcourt of Fargo. Point for M1 here. M1 looks like a different team than they did the first set. Kenarashis. Good serve by Kenna, and that one's an ace. $5-1 your score. Timeout, Fargo. Well, this, once again, the friendship game. We got here by losing our first game of bracketed play. Timeout, Fargo. Once again, this Fargo team with only one sub. Everybody playing a lot on that team. Kinda Gracious to serve. It's a good serve. Fargo sets one up. Sends it over. Gracious. Henderson. Here's Maslow with the drive. Good hit by Maslow. This right down, right at the net. Watson and Maslow. We'll get that. That one looked like that was sent out. Gracious still with another serve, and that one into the net. Unforced error makes this 6-2. Fargo service back to Bechtel. Now it's Henderson over to Maslow. Maslow with a drive. 7-2. M1 with something to cheer about here, which is exciting. Lucy Maslow, or excuse me, Fiona Bechtel, back to serve. Lane Libero, defensive specialist here. Fiona Bechtel, service. It's a good one. Brought up by Fargo. Now it's Watson to Henderson. Tipped over by Nearstay. Nice tip by Nearstay. Back over. Here's Bechtel. Henderson. Watson with the drive. Brought up here. Sent back over. Henderson tried to play it and just didn't get enough of it. It's 7-3 now. Fargo with the drive. Dig by Racious. There's a nice play by Racious. Sent back over. Here's Bechtel. Henderson. Nearstay with the drive. That one's into the net. (7-4) the score. As Fargo serves. That serve coming over. That was Racious to Henderson. Touched over by Elliott. It was a nice play at the net there by Reese Elliott. 8-4 your score. Reese Elliott to serve. This serve back to the back court of Fargo. They play it again. Looks like a net violation there. On M1, making it 8-5. M1 with the 3-point advantage. Service. It's Bechtel to Watson. This to Elliott. Nice play by Elliott to get that one over. Blocked at the net by Elliott. Another block by Elliott at the net. This one sent over. Racious digs. Now it's Carter to Bye. Bye with a great drive here. Fargo playing this one up. That one comes over. Bechtel. Carter over to Bye. Bye with another good drive. Fargo sends this one over. Racious. Carter. Now it's Watson. Watson sends this over. Fargo tip set. Reese Elliott with a nice block there at the net. Good point there by M1. 9-5 your score now. Here's Kenzie Watson, number 3 to serve. Kenzie Watson, running jump serves, a good one. Played up by Fargo. They'll send that over. Watson, Carter. Nice play by Elliott over the line, tip set. Watson, Bechtel. This sent over by Elliott. Bump, play at the net. Nice play by Elliott and Bye. This drive. Nice dig by Bechtel, but the second drive was too much and Watson wasn't able to get a hand on it. 9-6 your score now. 3-point advantage for Fargo. Sanford Fargo to the back line to serve. Fargo plays it into the net. That unforced error giving a 4-point advantage for the Laser Cats. Reese Elliott to the back line to serve. Good serve by Elliott. Touch to see. Fargo in the back line. They'll send this over. Watson not able to dig that one out of the ground. She's late to the party there. Fargo off their back line to serve. Fargo sends it over. Here's Henriksen to Carter. Bye with the left-hand drive. Maslow sends that backwards bump over. It's back at the net. Nice block here by Bye and Maslow in a group effort to protect the net. Resi Nearstay in for Signe Carter and Kinley Henderson in for Quinn By. Looks like Henderson's to the back line to serve, sporting a single simple pony. Kinley Henderson service. It's a good one. Fargo plays this up to their front line. Oh, bump set. Misplayed ball, unforced error, making it now a 3-point game. Henderson now again from the backline service. This is back to Fargo. Fargo tip set drive. That one doesn't go over the net. Timeout Fargo at 13-8. Now a 5-point advantage for M1. So this, once again, the friendship game of bracketed play in the gold division, which is the top division, 3 brackets, gold, silver, bronze. M1 finding themselves in the top division, but playing the friendship game of the top division bracket. Kinley Henderson to the back line to serve. Henderson usually setting for this team. Henderson with the drive. That's sent over. Fargo plays at the net. What a crush by Henriksen. She destroyed that ball, put it away. 14-6 your score. Henderson now again from the back line to serve. Henderson steps up service. This one over. Fargo not able to handle. They're calling that one out by the line judge. One of the balls that we just can't quite see from this vantage point. Fargo sends that over. Dig by Henriksen, misses the mark. (14-10) your score. Fargo stands, delivers. This back to Bechtel. Bechtel misplays that ball. 14-11 your score. Fargo again from their back line to serve. Service. It's back to Henriksen. Henriksen misplays that ball. Looks like we're losing a little bit of focus here. Just need to wake up the mind. This back to Henriksen. She brings that forward to Henderson. Henderson looking to bump that ball. It just kind of came too far forward. Pass was off the mark. M1 starting to struggle here. This one sent back to Bechtel, played by Nearstay over to Henriksen. She'll bump this over. Fargo sets, tip set over. Bechtel, Henderson. Great drive by Maslow, but it's blocked at the net. Nearstay and Henderson simultaneous contact won't work, and that's a tie game at 14. Drive by Fargo. It's back to Bechtel. This one up in the rafters. Fargo now regains lead. 15-14. Timeout M1. M1 here, breaks huddle. 15-14, down by 1, Fargo. Sanford Fargo Black to serve. Service. This one rolls the net. Henriksen digs. Henderson plays this up to Bechtel. Bechtel, nicely done, gets this ball over. Fargo plays that right at the net. Over by Bechtel. Again, played nicely at the net. What a block here by Maslow. Nearstay. That ball sent over. Looks like a net violation was called there. So M1 gets away with one there. 15 all. as Kenarashis goes to the back line to serve. Henriksen out. I'm trying to see. I did not see who was in for Henriksen. Fargo sends it over. Bechtel. Henderson sent up. Nice drill by Watson. That goes up into the second level. Boy, she got some velocity on that ball. (16-15) your score now. M1 regaining the lead. Kenarashis. Served by Rashis is a good one. This one high into the air. Sent over to the back line. Rashis goes for the diving dig. That misses the mark. 16-all. Fargo to the back line to serve. Fargo serve goes down to Watson. Played by Mearstay. Back by Bechtel. And she'll get this ball over. Nice job. Drive by Fargo. Blocked at the net partially by and Mearstay. Drive by Fargo. Maslow, Mearstay. Rashis, Henderson, Maslow. That nice soft set right into the right position there. Found the soft spot on Fargo's court. 17-all. Fiona Bechtel to serve, sporting the single simple frizzed out pony. Fargo plays this up over Bechtel. Watson with a drive. That was a good one. Drive by Fargo, blocked by Watson. Bechtel had a dig for it. Couldn't quite get it. 18-17 now. Fargo with a 1-point advantage here in the second set. Fargo besting M1 in the first set. This is Watson. Henderson back to Watson. Boy, what a drive by Watson. What a drive by Watson. 18-all. Here is Signe Carter and Quinn Bai in for Kinley Henderson and Resi Mearstay. Signe Carter to the back line to serve. Carter with a running jump serve. This one to the back court of Fargo. They'll play this high into the air. Set coming over. Bechtel, Carter. Played by Watson. Mistimed jump. Unforced error, making that 19-18 Fargo. Fargo now from the back line to serve. Fargo's service. This back to Watson. Watson not able to handle. That was a bullet. 20-18 now the score. Fargo again from their back line. Number 5. That was a good serve. Fargo running jump serve. This one right back to Watson again. Off the mark. Gets it to Carter. Bechtel sends that one over. Fargo misplays that. M1 takes advantage. They regain service. 19-20. Henriksen for Rashis. Watson to serve. Kenzie Watson, number 3. Running jump serve by Watsons. It's off the back line by about 7 feet. Unforced error now, making it 21-19. Libero of Fargo, number 10, about to serve. Running jump serve. This one sent over. It's Bechtel to Carter. Henriksen, the drive down the line. This one is good. Sent over, tipped by Elliott. It's by Carter, and then Henriksen sends that into the net. Ref called an early whistle, and that should have been still a ball in play, but we're going to redo the point. So, no blood there. All right, libero of Fargo running jump serve. This one is out. So M1 takes advantage of the early whistle, and it is 21-20. Here is Maslow in for Bechtel. Elliott serve. That's a good one. Sent up by Fargo. They keep it alive. Backwards bump sends it to the backcourt where Watson plays it. Here's Carter Hendrickson with the drive. Oh, they're going to call a net violation there? I didn't see it, but it must have been a net violation. Not exactly sure who it was on. Fargo to the backline service. This one over. It's Hendrickson. She settles to Carter. Bits back to Hendrickson. Nice touch set by Hendrickson. Sent over. This one goes out. 22-21. Now a 1-point game. Kinley Henderson for Quinn Bai. Resinier stay in for Signe Carter. Kinley Henderson to the backline to serve. Henderson running jump serves, a good one. This to Fargo. They'll play it off their back line. Touch set comes over. It's Hendrickson. Henderson to Nearstay. Nearstay with the drive. That was a nice drive by Nearstay. Sent over. Set by Watson. Here's Bechtel. She sends that up. Nearstay. Touch set comes over. Fargo. Touch set. Henderson. Bechtel. Hendrickson. She'll send that backwards bump, sending that over. Fargo sends it over. Nearstay. Henderson. Here's Hendrickson with the drive. That one touching the net on the way over. Fargo plays this one. Nearstay. Maslow. Here's Hendrickson with the drive. What a drive by Hendrickson. Fargo able to keep it alive. They'll send this one over. Bechtel. Henderson. Touch set. Drive by Maslow. Mistimed, unfortunately. 23-21. Well, at least an exciting second set here. Served by Fargo. It's Bechtel. She sends that up forward. Nice play by Henderson to get that back in play. Maslow sends it over. Partially blocked by Maslow at the line. Hendrickson kept that one alive. And Fargo backwards bump goes back to Bechtel. Here's Henderson. Hendrickson with the drive. That one finding the floor in Fargo's court. M1 regains service. Hendrickson out. Rushes in. 23-22. Gonna play to 25. Got to win by 2 in the friendship game here. Rushes serve. It's a good one. Sent forward by Fargo over to Bechtel. Now it's Henderson. Great drive by Maslow. Fargo not able to handle that one. Now it's a tie game at 23. Play to 25. Got to win by 2. Another exciting game here. Rashis with the drive. This back. Played forward by Fargo. Back to Bechtel. Here's Henderson up at the net. Resinier stay kind of mistimes that one. Looks like 24-23. Game set point here for Fargo. Going to play to 25. Got to win by 2. Fargo is their drive back to Rashis. Bechtel. And sent over by Henderson. Boy, I thought that was good block at the net by Lucy Maslow. It's Nearstay and Maslow. They keep it alive at the net. Henderson up to Watson. Watson sends that out of play, and that's the game. Thanks for tuning in this weekend, folks. Fargo takes it in 2 sets. That second one, a fun one to watch. And we lose the friendship game in the gold bracket of the President's Cup Challenge put on by